that we don't need to worry too much about it.
Oh, what?
I've started streaming now.
You're streaming while I'm streaming? Oh,
Yes,
no.
to make it easier for after. I figured I might as well make it easy.
No. Why would you do such a thing?
Aww.
But my views. I'm kidding. Guys, if you have an extra tab available, go and go hang out with Rika.
Mobile live dashboards.
Very entertaining.
Keep an eye
Ready
on
to go?
everything.
We have 8? Okay, good.
Yeah. That we do.
Scuba David.
Hi, Scuba. How's it going?
Hey, I know Scuba. I know you. Alright. This could go really well or really bad. Well, 91, so we could get level... We can get the Endseeker.
We certainly could. You don't want Endsinger, Callista?
Oh, it's this guy.
Oh,
This guy.
I just beat him earlier.
This guy. Who knows Valkyrie? I know this.
I know him. This is my second
There's a
time
lot of
beating his
people,
ass today.
A lot of people simping for him when he does a little transformation.
Prepare for judgment.
I saw a reaction video. Someone's like, "Hello."
This will be a burden.
I don't know how to black mage. I might set someone on fire. It's okay. I played black mage a couple weeks ago, and I was so focused on trying to remember my rotation. I was looking at the bottom, my hotbar.
Feast upon these
I died so many times. I think I died particularly at the what was it? It was the it was in a Void Ark, I think it was the stupid little like plant with the tree in the middle. That Void Ark, I think Void Ark.
Tree,
He
yes.
was like, Red, get over here. Get over here. And I was like, get where? Oh shit. And I died. The end. That's a pretty cool story, right? Once upon a time, there was.
I will strip you of the illusion of will.
Look away. Oh no.
Then you will suffer. Yes.
All of our,
Your punishment.
all of our healers. No.
Hey, get away from me. Get away from
Oh,
me,
no.
traitor.
Receive of me my blessing and rise higher.
We're just playing some 14. Well, this is a great place to be when you're playing 14. And soon, you guys will be able to go hang out with Rika in her stream.
Crush you.
You get it?
Suffer, suffer, suffer. Suffer and know your folly.
No. I will not know my
I
folly.
thought he said, suffer and know your mommy.
No. No, you're fully.
Suffer and know your mommy. It burns. You got some pre for that, probably.
I might want some heals, guys. Yeah. Down.
Here we go, guys.
Down for the count.
For those of you that
scared me for a
find
bit
Valkyrie attractive, there you go.
Ah,
That's for you.
see, oh no, he's hot.
I don't.
I don't really either.
Surges within me.
Monogamous, I think it is.
I see.
Only for one person? Yeah.
This is the passion of my ascension. Very well. I shall embrace this choice.
Focused on him now.
Wait to see if you were going to use dignity.
one of the Astro spells.
Oh, essential dignity, right?
Aha!
Hey, don't worry. I just discovered light speed a couple weeks ago. Right side was in my chat. He's like, "Hey, Red, you don't have light speed. What's that?" Oh no, it's this stupid thing with the swords. I died to this so many times during Shadowbringers. Oh, I was not in the... You suck. My left side is all my AoE attacks, usually on most of my jobs.
No! Something Earth.
We gotta kill the one with the tether first, right?
Kill the one with the tether first, yes.
Yep. That's the wipe mechanic. You don't kill the right order.
That happens.
I think I'm gonna get going to bed. Have a good rest of your stream, Red. Scuba, thanks for coming in, my friend. Good to see you as always. And I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Hey, when is your next stream, by the way, Scuba? When's your next stream? See you, Vampy. Thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate you.
Have a good night.
Vampy's got me up. Appreciate you. We got 16 in the chat, by the way, guys. We passed the 15 mark. Yay.
Woohoo! And here you were worried.
What's that?
And here you were worried.
About what?
About not having anybody here.
I was very worried. I don't like to be late. Playing VR chat. All right. Okay. By popular request, we're gonna do normal raids. I gotta wait for those of you guys that have varying connection speeds.
Oh, I think someone is leaving. Yep.
All right. I'll give it a minute. Anybody else that can get themselves sorted out? I'm not gonna put the party finder up. I'm just gonna go in.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask a question.
What?
It's like, are we going 90s or are we going all 100s? And hope
We go
for
100s.
it's like we can hope for
97,
the other
so-
thing.
If we get all 100s, we're gonna get the stupid queen bee, and I'll be here for the next 2 hours. I'm good.
Okay. Then I'll stay as my
here for
Dark
the
Knight.
next-
I'm inches.
All right, let's do the ready check. We'll just see who's ready.
I just want to get all of my stuff to 100. And I'm already at 91, which I'm proud of myself for getting another tank so high. Cue us in!
Yes.
Already.
Here we go.
My Gunbreaker's not
Gunbreaker.
bad. My first tank was Gunbreaker.
My first 100 tank was Dark Knight, which was very challenging in the Dawn Trail dungeons.
I didn't realize that they made changes with they make it with the patch or just the X pack. Because I know with the X pack I was fine. Ooh, 90! Eric Thonios. Mine.
Just the one with the chain. There's the one with the chain, right?
Yes.
Like swingy swing.
Yes. So he's either
That's
going
right,
to be
swingy swing.
attacking east or west.
All right. I introduced my new friends to the chat. If you've never seen Keep Red Alive, I foresee a death coming my way.
I will be
But I'll be
saying he is
optimistic.
attacking east or he is attacking west. I can do that. No, I'm doing callouts for red. You can mute me if you want.
I don't need callouts. Intemperance works in normal already. Red is like.
Hold on. He's finalizing.
Hey. I never said I was an expert. Actually, no, I did. I said I was an expert. Never mind.
He is attacking west. So now he's going to be attacking east.
Yep. Easy, easy. Look at this.
Whoa, okay. No, no. You stay locked at me, dude.
Who needs a Dorito?
Yeah, that attacks anybody. Yeah, it's also a push.
This Pandemonium.
He
raid
is
series
attacking
one of my
east.
favorites.
Same.
Scream is such a good song.
It is. I love singing it. Ooh.
Oh, fuck. This is the one I kept dying at. This is the one right here.
So you are.
I'm
So
I'm
go
ice.
to orange. Go to an orange right now. You need to be the opposite of what it is.
Wait.
You
I went to an orange. I went to an orange. I was just too late.
you were just too late. Exactly.
Let the video footage show, guys. I was in the spot. Okay. I was just too late. I had one toe.
Because you can't be in the middle of it either, or else you're also dead.
Look at your buffs in the future. I was looking at my buffs. I just forgot what I was supposed to do. I know the blue triangle is ice. So it's ice on ice and no, ice on fire and fire on ice. I forgot this part too.
He's attacking red. Get off of red. Now he's going to be attacking blue, so get off of blue. Or green. Or teal, or whatever anybody wants to call it.
I go with turquoise.
Turquoise? We'll go with turquoise.
Topaz.
Yeah, he's attacking the west and red. And he's now attacking the east and blue. Stay close, stay close, stay close to it. He pushes with that. That attack pushes you.
Apparently I wasn't close enough.
No, you need to be pretty much on his ass.
That's number 2, guys.
He's attacking the east and red. Lulu?
Stacking mechanics. Okay, so gotta go to an ice. And a countdown to never mind.
We got it.
2 deaths. Okay, I got it here. I don't want a garbage. No garbage.
Hold,
Bye.
hold, hold, hold. I am slow. There we go. I have passed on everything. We're good.
Hey, thank you everybody for coming in. We did get a chance to meet some new friends here tonight. Was it Mike? Vamp returned, but of course saw Scuba David here. Ballista and Manny, all you guys out there. I'm gonna disband the party.
Okay.
Y'all can go on with your regular scheduled lives. I'm gonna talk to you guys for a couple more minutes and then work on getting out of here. That doesn't mean leave now, by the way.
Okay.
I was like, oh, he's done, bye.
No.
He's done, bye. Thank you for the party. Well, thank you for being here, Shizu. You have, much like a lot of I'm gonna go to the bathroom, been holding it in for 1 hour. Oh, man.
Oh, that is bad to do, my dear.
That's a
That is a no-no thing to
UTI
do.
waiting to happen.
Exactly, yeah. Make that go on the side. Let me bring this up. I brought this up for a reason.
But yeah, thank you, Callista, for coming in. Callista was actually first today. I was, minding my own business at the Aetherite there in Solution 9, and would you know what happened? Callista shows up and starts beating me up. Some
How dare
punching
they?
emote thing.
The spar emote, yeah.
I was very, very. I was traumatized.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Let me give you a hug. Hold on. Let me open that up. Where is it? There's my hug. There you go.
I didn't want to hold you guys up for too long. Even the crafting segment, I wasn't feeling that good making y'all wait. Hey, let me tell you guys right now. You guys are more important than the view, and you guys are more important than the content. Wholeheartedly. If you guys need to eat, if you guys need to take a break or whatever, you never have to, on my accord, you know, feel like you're gonna be rushed. I want you guys to feel comfortable here. If I need to hold or whatever, we'll do it. Don't ever feel bad about it. Especially going to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Deal?
Deal.
I'm a dad. Sometimes those potty breaks happen at the weird times. Like, what do you mean? We just started the movie. You could have told me a minute ago before then we started. We could have, you know. But I always hold in the entire stream. Oh man.
No.
Definitely not recommended. But yeah, to our new friend that joined us in the stream, or anybody else that's here, I know I'm a very preachy kind of guy, but there are so many other streamers that you guys could be choosing to watch if you guys are, you know, fans of streams and all that stuff. And I try to take care of you guys best I can.
And we appreciate
that. Don't ever. No, I have this hidden anxiety about, you know, having someone come to my stream and getting the feeling that I wouldn't care about them. But I know it sucks for me. I've been to streams before, and that I could tell that the streamer really didn't care if I was there or not. And to each his own. I can't make the assumption that everybody who goes to streams is looking for the same things that I am. And that's cool too. I'm never gonna tell you guys what, you know, what you should be valuing, but I try to give you guys like the homely feeling here, you know, like
a homey feel sort of thing.
Who remembers, you know, if you played a game with a loved one, you know, as a kid, and you stay up on Saturday night till 2 o'clock in the morning getting full of ice cream and goodies. You remember those days? That's the general vibe I try to emanate.
So what does they emulate? And I'm
word.
like,
Emanate.
no, that's not it.
Emanate.
Emanate, yeah. Emanate's the proper term.
But without you guys, though, so sincerely, guys, good people like Rika here inspire me. You inspire me, Rika.
Aww.
You really do.
Well, I know you inspire me
continue to do what we do.
continue
It's spelled
working.
Frenemies.
Frenemies? Oh boy.
Yeah, Callista here. But it's okay, you know, because I would rather have some of y'all that keep me on my toes. I love it. Got about 10 minutes left here. We're just gonna vibe and chat.
Yeah.
Once again, we're gonna be raiding out into Rico's stream.
Yeah.
I assume you're still alive, right?
I am still live, and to Coco, who went into my chat, hi! You're
But,
probably
yeah.
already seeing a little bit of what I'm working on.
Now sing the song I Love It. It's a song by South Korean singer Psy. The only Psy song I know other than Gangnam Style is, well, I know Gentleman and I forgot the other one. It's on my playlist here. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know them all. I haven't kept track
It's
in
called
a lot of things in
You
a while.
Move Me.
Yeah, just because you're there, I am going to dote you. Because you are on my screen. Hello.
You're doting me?
I'm doting Coco.
Don't dote your thumb at me. Okay. That's Romeo and Juliet, guys.
Well, in a bit, I will be continuing on with a little bit of a lore project that I have going on. So, we're going to be basically explaining everything that we know to in a sort of like bite-sized formats to make it easier to be able to understand because of a few things that I have going on. Because the person that I'm making this for is all the way over in Stormblood already. It's only been a week.
I remember when I was in Stormblood back in my day.
She's skipping a lot of it, and so I don't know if she's understanding the story or if her in-game boyfriend's been explaining the story for her because of some pretty severe dyslexia and stuff. So it's like, So I kind of want to go into like more concepts and stuff like that are. We're gonna start with like everything relevant to ARR, then we'll go further from there. But we'll figure it out. Hi, Mike. Ooh.
Yeah, guys. Rika's definitely much more entertaining than me.
Oh, no.
Go watch her.
No. No.
No, you have a lot of potential as a streamer. I believe in you. I can multitask stream watching. Your time with a streamer dad or Final Fantasy dad is over for the day. I'm kidding.
Well, I know what I am.
You guys want to see what I've been working on today? I'll show you guys. Then we'll end it.
I'm gonna head to Old Charlian so I can get away from a little bit of the lag, and I can get to my orchestration, so we can play a
I'll show
little
you
bit
guys
of
what I've been
music.
working on.
Ah, well, nice to meet you. Ah, that one for Callista, who has just messaged me. I don't know the full story of the Alliance raid. I only know with what has been what has come out so far. I haven't played 11.
I can explain some of it.
I know a little bit of the Final Fantasy 14 side of the story, where it has everything to do with what is known as Electrope, which was introduced in the later portion of Dawn Trail, which is used to mold anything and everything that Mr. Lizardman saw. And in like a sort of vision that he had. For the other one is mainly just a free-for-all ring, but I can go more into that, but I wasn't going to be going into later part Dawn Trail stuff until way later. This is definitely a project that is going to take a while. So, yeah, that's going to be a bunch of fun.
I'll go to your apartment next time.
To mine? Yeah.
No, Callista want me to go to their apartment.
Oh. Okay, so let's keep that there. I want that up there.
So as you guys know, I work on the, I do my G-pose montages. I've shown most of you guys the montages. So today, I've been working on this one here. Wanna go full screen? Or not?
Okay. So I've got that going. I've got that going.
Okay, so I can zoom in.
So we've spoken about the Garlean Empire. We've
Love the green screen in the apartment. Yeah, I made a
spoken
built-in
about the
studio. My friend
calamity. We've spoken
Malin.
about the Umbral and Astral Arrows.
Call it Malin Studios.
Sounds of the Seventh Dawn. We should probably start with the characters then.
Let me play it.
Which means... Ooh, video.
Oh, it's not playing it. Hold on.
That looks so weird. I think it's may not be liking everything.
That's fine. Fine. I got it. 1 second. I'm gonna go to my working area here.
Okay. Let me open this up.
Thank you.
So let's
Alright,
start with...
Here.
Let's start with Minfilia.
Here.
Or no.
Then
We really should start with Louis Soir.
Alright, there we go. Make your 14 avatar go into Long Cat on accident. Right, so this is what I got so far. I'm working on it. Effects. I'll show you. Let me enhance this just a little bit.
Well, that's cool looking. From the beginning portion. I have multiple screens open and I only got the one screen to work with. Yeah, I don't have that song, I don't think. The Far Edge of Fate. That will work on Louis Soir. Okay, fine, I'll do it myself.
That's what I got so far.
Changes the font. Okay, Yokawa. There.
It's a lot of work.
Oh no. Hey. Wait. Andy. Where are you? Nope, not on you. On you. Yeah, I haven't even gotten started on anything editing related.
What's that?
I haven't even gotten
that?
started on anything editing related.
No, it's okay.
That's gonna be
I
later.
want to offer to help you, you know, with your content creation needs. You know, it's one thing, guys. I'm using a software called Wondershare Filmora. I had some friends that use Adobe. Some use Adobe. Some stuff I use CapCut for. So I'll show you real quick here. I'll show you some of the ones that I actually made. Those that use TikTok, you'll see like TikTok has a built-in like video editing. It'll cut the stuff for you automatically. So I'm gonna show you guys something. So we'll finish our time together tonight. But so it started with every year. At the end of the year, I would put together a montage video to show all the G poses we took for the year. And then so this is the very first one I ever did.
Oh, what was it called? I haven't looked at this in a bit.
This is my very first year of streaming.
Circle of Knowing. That's what it is.
Once I got affiliate. This is some of our G poses we took that first year. 2022.
2022. Woof.
That's Lance right there. What I didn't know when I did this video was that the song looped. So I thought it was gonna just play all the flow and then it started all over again. By the way, we reached 24,000 followers on TikTok today.
Ooh! Congrats! Eee.
So it started the song all over again. But these are all the G poses I took my first year. A lot of Lance in there, a lot of Prince Lukai, Gannery's in some of these. And then so I upped this game. I upped it into the 2023. So this is a 2023 video. You guys don't mind going through some I made this one by myself too. I made this one on my own. I made this one here. This is a good one.
Ah, yes, all those battles. One of my most favorite battles with how chaotic it was. I'll continue with him in a moment.
Yep. I made that one on my own. Right here.
I always screw up Alize's name.
I made that one.
Holy cannoli.
And then I made all these, but just with that
I always
software.
forget. Hi.
And then show you guys a couple of these other ones real quick here. Where is it? Just a minute.
Murakawa.
This was my 2023 video that I made.
That's very close. Mini. I'm just gonna bring up everybody. All his portraits. There she is.
That was my 2023 video. I did the same software. Under the hood, there's a video editing technique. We use keyframes. So keyframes helps to essentially go from a video or photo on one side of the screen to the other, just like sizes and stuff like that. So I learned how to do that last year. That was the 2023 video, and now I made some this spring. I just fell behind, but this is some of the springtime videos. This would be January to March of 2024. I can show you guys. Okami. Malin. This edit was done with the TikTok editor. What do you guys think? There's that one, and then there's video 2 I made this year.
Oh. No. No. There.
A lot of pictures on the moon. I got a couple more. Then
There we go.
that was number 2. Where's number 3 at?
I always do with a K. Holy cannoli. Every single time. I do things every single time.
Maitland's in so many of these pictures. There's Rona. And then the final one, the last one I made before this one here. I like while I semi-sleep while playing some low-stress games. So, the moral of the story, my friends, is all the G poses we take together, all the memories that we make together here on stream on Final Fantasy 14. I'm very, very interested in taking our moments together here on stream and posting them so you guys can look back in the future. At some of our time we spent together, and I'm very, very proud of what we've been able to build and accomplish here. And without you guys, day in and day out supporting me, this would not be possible. Amazing people, again, like Rika, who's live right now. Rika have helped to really inspire me and really show me that I have what it takes to do this.
Aww.
That are, you know, looking at content creation, streaming, whatever it is. A lot of you guys are focused on trying to do those things. And I want to encourage you guys and gals out there with being able to, you know, if you're interested.
Yeah, I probably lagged myself. Yeah, my Discord might have crashed.
Nobody in this community walks alone. Everybody here matters. And if you're a creator, experienced creator, or somebody that wants to, you know, somebody that wants to see where this takes them, I'm here to build you up. I'm here to lift you guys up. Just like Rika here. She's just beginning her streaming journey, and I know that you guys that are here will absolutely love your time with her, as much as I have. So, I know that was a long soapbox speech, but I feel like it's a good way to end, isn't it?
Yeah. I like to think so,
Alright.
yeah.
Let me see where Rika is here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to a peak of, what, 15 or 16 tonight. We got a chance to meet some new friends tonight. We will be back tomorrow night in the gym. I got 7 days until I have to take my PT test. That's where the Army makes me run and do push-ups and everything. So hopefully all the work we've been putting in the last week will help us pass. I'll let you guys know how we did. But tomorrow we're going to be doing leg day tomorrow. Might do probably leg day lifting tomorrow. And then depending on how intense the leg lifts are, then we'll work on probably doing one more Saitama challenge, and then let the body rest for a week, and then we'll go at it. But for those of you that are also on your own fitness journey, I want to encourage you guys and tell you guys that you got this. Don't let anybody ever tell you no. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't do it. All it takes is one step at a time. And I know that those of you out there with fitness goals, we have a place in the Discord that you guys can post up and you know, kind of follow your journey. So I want to encourage you all out there that are, you know, I'm not a fitness guru. I'm not a what do you call it? Fitness influencer. But what I can offer you guys is, you know, just the dad way of doing things. You know.
Yeah, you want to share your journey.
I want to share my journey with you guys. That's exactly right. All right, we're gonna get ready to type in this raid message. If you guys are here and supporting me, stick around with the raid. I'm sure that Rika would be incredibly appreciative of any follows that she gets.
Yes.
Follow her for the right reasons. Go make that friendship. Go make that connection with her. Be kind. But my friends, as I say every time with you guys, kindness is free. Truly, kindness is free. Kindness is...
Go.
Starts here. No one in this community walks alone. You matter. And until I see you, we're going to go over there and dump some love over there. But until next time, guys, I'm going to do my very best to light the way. You guys all take care. Thank you all. Have a great Tuesday. Until next time. Ulrika, it is all yours, my friend.
All right.
You continue to kick butt. If you need help with anything, don't hesitate to ask me, and we'll see you.
Yep.
Have a wonderful stream, my friend.
Will do. You have yourself a very good night.
Thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you for your time. Let me put my Discord on the side. I am now loading it, so I'm now going to disconnect. I don't need to worry about anything there. Hello, everybody. So, as I have mentioned in Red's stream, I have been working on a little side project here. Due to some of the things that I have seen people struggle with. And so we're just going to be continuing on with what we got here. We've got things like noble concepts, we're mainly going to be focusing on stuff from ARR, and then we're going to be going forwards with that one. So we've got the Scions of the Seventh Dawn that I went into very briefly. We have the Umbral Calamities and the Astral Eras. We have specifically the 7th Umbral Calamity, and we have the Garlean Empire that I have already worked on. I believe it was last week that I worked on that. In this case, I was thinking that we could actually get started on some of the characters here. And as you can see, what I decided on doing is I want to pay homage to a lot of the voice actors who have actually done a lot of work, even if it was just for one portion of the game. So I want to have their names as well on there, especially when I'm there. It will eventually be a video. It's just going to be a while because I actually want to have everything written down, and then later on I'll be refining it. But I might be doing that in my own time, maybe. I'm not sure. But in the meantime, we're going to be listening to some very nice Nier. We're going to be reading some wikis and some a little bit of the codex here. I don't know if I have him on here. Can I make this bigger? I have this at 80%. Let's make this bigger so that it can actually be seen on screen instead of just teeny tiny. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to the side because we know we're going to be working on the characters. And let's see if we can find Louisoix. Do we have Louisoix? Or is it that we can't exactly go and see him? Technically. I wonder if he would pop up if I were to actually go to that. Maybe. It's definitely a thing. Okay. So in this case, since I don't have anything here, we'll have to go with what I remember from the few cutscenes that I have seen, because I haven't seen them all myself for Louisoix. That's right, I wanted to change the name of my little thing. I completely forgot I was doing that, and then I closed it. Whoops! Here we go. I am muted, so let's do that. Changing this to raids. There we go. No, too many spaces. Now getting rid of this. Lore project. Chat. Far from an expert. And would love some feedback. All are welcome. With a capital W. And the heart. Done. Ta-da! Alright, that is all done. So now we're going to be working with Louisoix here. So, in the portion here, we know that he arrived in Eorzea a fairly long time ago. He uses skills and connections to help adventurers gather the items needed to enter the Primal's lairs. He joined the Eorzean Alliance under Gridania's banner as their chief tactician, and Gridania's newspaper The Raven credited him with initializing the Alliance's shift to the offensive, as well as ushering the adventurers to join the battle. When the 7th Umbral Era grew near, Louisoix and the Circle of Knowing marked stone throughout Eorzea with the symbol of the 12. Like on a map? Or they actually marked it? 'Cause, I could have sworn that those marks were there since the beginning. That might be a little bit of a thing already. We've already gotten started. First it was with Nailed on Varnus. Now it's with this. I'm wondering now what is real and what is not now. Ooh, okay. Here, let me put this on the screen so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. I'll move this on over. There. This. Let me move that on over for me. There. This here. You can kind of see it here or there. Oh no. There you go. So ushering him into battle. When the S7 astral era drew near, Luis found a circle of knowing marked stones throughout Eorzea with the symbol of the 12. This might actually be wrong in the wiki, because we learn in the 12 Alliance that some of those symbols have been there for a while, so I'm wondering if this is just wrong or if this got updated, essentially. That's something that definitely we're going to need to take a look into. The 12 and their symbols. So this should be a concept. The 12 and their symbols. There. We'll go with that. Word Stones. An Urgi adventurer, in this case, would be the person from 1.0, to offer prayers to each with the hopes of summoning the gods to avert disaster, which is we see a follow-up of that with the trailer, actually. Once the final battle before Delamood's fall began, Louisoix supported the Eorzean alliance. When Delamood shattered and Bahamut escaped his imprisonment, Louisoix attempted to call upon the powers of the 12 to re-imprison the Elder Primal. The spell failed, and all Louisoix could do was teleport the adventurer away. As Louisoix awaited his fate out of Bahamut's hands, he received a vision from the 12 along with their blessing and was infused with ether. This, thus the fervent prayers of people of Eorzea for his salvation, turned him into the Phoenix. Taken from the skies, he pierced Bahamut's terror flare, creating a barrier to repel the massive fireball, only for the Elder Primal to immediately shatter it. In one last desperate attempt, he released a massive burst of ether that caused Bahamut's terror flare to lose its form, crumbling in midair as it harmlessly turned to crystallized ether, which is like all the corrupted ether that you see in everywhere, essentially. Pushed Bahamut out throughout the other side of the crumbling terror flare when he penetrated the Elder Primal's chest. With Bahamut defeated, Louisoix allowed his body to disperse and returned to the land as Bahamut broke apart and exploded, initializing the crystallized terror flare around him and devastating the surrounding land. Unbeknownst to him, Bahamut was not truly destroyed, and what remained of the Primal tended to ensnare his mind, which he succeeded, which is what happens with the binding of the coils. Where we find later on that he has actually been what is known as tempered. Now, for those who have gone through the story later on, they know what temperance is. Temperance is essentially, I guess, very severe brainwashing? Essentially? Very severe brainwashing. We'll go with that. Yeah, because with the very severe brainwashing, when it comes with a temperance, later on we find a way to actually both repel it, which we have naturally due to our ability with the Echo, and we learn how to heal it using Porkies, where the first one being Angelo. But yeah, it's essentially what they explain in ARR when it comes to the temperance, which we should have that as a notable concept too, actually. We'll skip 12 for now. But temperance is a very big thing that they speak about. I probably have it wrong. Yeah, temperance. I am French speaker, okay? I am native French. My brain is all wired to French, so I'm proud. So English words are weird sometimes with me. It's essentially like a god obsession, yeah. That's essentially what it is. Like it's a god obsession when it comes to temperance. Because what is explained in ARR, that like a quick refresher course, because I have gone through a lot of stuff. Yeah, non-native speakers don't know how to spell either, but still, I struggle sometimes. Other times I'm like, hey, yeah, all good. I have been awake for close to 14 hours now, and I'm full of energy because I can just continue drinking Pepsi. Anyways, what temperance essentially is that The primal is affecting the person's ether to get them to be god obsessed. And because no one really knows how to reverse the effects until way later on, the only way to actually deal with a tempered individual was to sadly kill them. It was some of the only ways that they knew. They had no real idea until it was brought up from the oh darn, what are their names? I haven't heard the names of their species in so long. They're on the first. They're not the Fae, but they're in the Fae area. They don't like to be called dogs. God! What are they? What are they? What are they? I might be able to see it on the map. Maybe. Bring up my map. Bring up my map. This would be in Novrant. This would be in here. Pla-Eni. They're in Pla-Eni. Oh, what is their name? Oh, what is their name? I know it. I know it. Where do I know it? Come on, where do I know it? Pla-Eni. 14. Numo! There it is. I knew it! Not really that I knew it, but I knew I remembered the name somewhere. But Numu. Numu or Numo? No. Numu. Muo? Moo. Oh no, now I'm doubting myself. How do people normally spell it? Normally pronounce it, I mean. I'm getting off track. Numa Numa! I love that! Numa Numa, oh I love that! We'll go with Numa Numa. Anyways, there's more specifically one Numa Numa that we learn it from. Beg Lug, I think it is. Beg or Beck? I always struggle with them. That is just a bunch of ads I don't care about. Yes, her. Beck Lug. Beck. B-E-Q. Beck Lug. You can see why sometimes I think it's Beg. Because I struggle with Q's and my G's sometimes when it's written in this. Ooh, okay. Anyway, we learned more from Becklug how to kind of reverse its effects inadvertently through the use of souls, because the whole point of Shadowbringers is, at least for a lot of the aspects for after the main portion of Shadowbringers, is trying to find a way to get everybody back home, because they're all their souls are stuck on there. Cause Mr. Idiot decided to try and pull us, and his aim is terrible. His aim is absolutely terrible. Oh, I love the idiot, but still. So how should we go about explaining the temperance? So I wonder if they have a little bit more of an explanation in this concept. Temperance. Do we have that? No, but it might be in souls. Within all beings, whether it be man, animal, or even plant, does ether flow. It is the spark which grants life to the lifeless. Conversely, death can be said to occur once ether has left a corporeal object. From this, it is clear to see why many scholars would use the words life and ether interchangeably. The ether of the living can be broadly divided into corporeal ether, one's vigor or life force, and incorporeal ether, more colloquially known as one's soul. A person possessed of only the former becomes a zombie, while having only the latter would render them a ghost. Etherologists also assert that an individual's memory is inscribed upon their soul's ether. It is further theorized that memories associated with stronger emotions, such as regret, are more likely to persist after death, which would perhaps explain why so many spirits fixate upon vengeance. That actually makes sense for IRL. It makes sense for ghosts. As a fan of the paranormal, yes. When a living creature perishes, its corporeal ether remains in the physical world where it is consumed by predators or absorbed back into the land to provide nourishment for other life forms. Incorporeal ether, however, is returned to the ethereal sea. That is, in that otherworldly plane is a soul washed clean of its memories, where there to await rebirth as a new entity. Sometimes they are cleaned out, sometimes they are not. Sometimes some souls are able to stick around using typically anchors and things like that, which is typically what the Aliasians do. And then we go from there. But this didn't exactly explain temperance, though. So, this isn't exactly what I'm looking for. So, apparently they don't really have the basic association of temperance in here. This is the Unending Codex. You receive this in, like, starting later on there. I don't know if you started out with it now. Because I know I've been playing since 5.3. And I received this, I want to say, at the ending of Endwalker. So I forget if you start getting this in a new one, because I don't think I've received it with two of my side characters that I've been playing with. Just recently. I'll need to actually take a look at that next time I actually work on that. I do believe that is essentially what it is, yes. Like, aligning the soul's ether to that of the primal. It does actually make sense that it would actually be that specifically. Now that we actually think about it. Because we don't exactly, like, talk about temperance all that much. Makes sense. Alright. So, temperance. We'll start with that. I should start with a capital P. E. Let me move that on over. Temperance is... I hate that I do that. Those exposed to primals. It's a condition that those exposed to primals... Because I could have sworn it's not always. Like, it can be, like... An example that I want to try and give is, like... Say you had, like, a group of 5 people in front of the primal. It's like, if the primal were picky, he could choose, like, 1 people. But typically they go with all. That's why the fix we have with adjusting the soul works so well with temperance. You know. Yeah, primals are typically greedy. But it's like... It's also able to, like, focus on people. That's why in cutscenes in ARR, we notice that people are, like, standing far away. Like, we see Thancred, like watching over us because he was a little bit late, and then catches the end of the fight. Where he's there for, like, a few minutes, and he's not immediately tempered because he hasn't been noticed by Ifrit. Is it Ifrit or Titan? No, it's Ifrit. So, exposed to a primal's ether, I want to say. Yeah, we'll go with a primal's ether. Because they get washed over it. That's why we see those guys who are in that cutscene with Ifrit go from being scared shitless to, "My Lord Ifrit." Technically, yes. But it's more along the lines of a protection, because Vana specifically calls it a ward, a traveler's ward. So technically, we have been
tempered. Just very, very technically. But that Traveler's Ward, because even if she's gone now, we are no longer, like, we can't be influenced by primals either. Yeah, they can't affect us. And like I said, like primals are greedy. Like the ones that were created through the rituals that the Asians gave, they get greedy. Except for Mr. Lightning Man. He's like, I just want to save my children of the forest. But for her, she explicitly explains in Endwalker that it's a Traveler's Ward designed to protect one's ether. And just like any other ward, once like the person who cast it is gone, that doesn't mean that we lose the ward. It might be weaker, but we haven't seen that. It's why it's like we haven't had that many echo visions lately. Because the echo itself that was also given to us through that Traveler's Ward allows us to gaze into the past. Sometimes even into the future, but mainly into the past. But it's like don't think we've had that many instances of the echo. I want to say in the last 2 expansions, maybe 10? Not even? Like, I want to say 10 times maybe. Like, we had one when we in this last patch for Kral's stuff, mainly this expansion as well. A few things here and there in the Endwalker section. It was primarily as a way to tell us, like I remember with the one with the fight of the Romus, kind of tell us why Mr. Man is there. Golbez is there. I remember seeing that one and being like, yep, now we get to see what happened after we left. But yeah, it was mainly for Kral stuff, this expansion. And then we saw a little bit of the past when we saw Galulja's mom and Mr. Asshole, as I've taken to calling him. I don't think we got any in the cutscenes with the Alliance raid. No, we didn't get any. Did we get any with the 12? No. Oh, that was a while. No, but I remember laughing at Raha's backpack thing. That was a funny one. Just, he's a prideful man. No, I think that's everything. We had very few instances in Endwalker. Hell, did we even have any in Endwalker? The only Alliance raid I'm not 100% sure of anymore, because it's been so long since I did it, was the one for Evilise, the level 70s. I don't think we got any there, but I want to say we got some in Bozja. Maybe. Could have sworn I remember what cutscene. Yeah, Echo and Endwalker. Trying to remember if we had any visions. Let's see here. We first get to there. We don't see any when we first get to Labyrinthos. We don't see any when we first get to Thavnair. We don't see any when we get back to Sharlayan, or even when we first got to Sharlayan. When we first got to Sharlayan, we were looking into just the area itself, and then we split up, and then we got to those 2 areas. Then, what was it afterwards? And we got back together, and we went back to Thavnair. mainly to go and battle the tower now that we knew the scales were working. And then afterwards, we decided to rally together to go towards Garlemald. Technically, we had an echo situation, but it's very, very technical because it was technically with our souls. Because we had the situation with Xenos, where he stole our body. I want to say that the Traveler's Ward / the Echo helped us with trying to remain in that body until we could get to ours. Because we found out after what Xenos did, and he technically, and I mean very technically, gave himself the Echo. He was able to transfer bodies, in a way. Though I imagine that when his body landed on the ground that he probably concussed. Wouldn't surprise me if he hit his head when he landed. With that cutscene. But that was just like the standard everybody feels. No, I don't think they showed any of Ritra's story. I think the only vision that we saw was like it wasn't an echo vision itself, but it was like sometimes what the story does is like it shows like an image. I remember seeing an image of his sister flying into what looked like the void in like the void thing, like the World of Darkness portal / the World of Darkness itself when we were doing between Circus Tower and World of Darkness. But I don't remember like the images moving. I could have sworn it was just the image itself, just like staying there. And that was later on. That was when we were talking about it because he wanted to go and save her. We were finding out where she went, specifically in the void. Where were we? Okay, so we had gotten to Garlemald. We had that situation with Xenos. We didn't have it anywhere with Xenos there. We went to the moon. We spoke with the Watcher. And then we went to go and stop things. We had one instance of the Echo, I remember. But it was influenced by Vana. Because she's the one who showed us how to control it. No. The Watcher did not show us. He made us read stuff on the walls. He showed us something on a piece of machinery. But he didn't show us visions. I remember that part. Because I also remember watching a bunch of people who went through Endwalker. I watched Whoops and I watched Drac fairly frequently. Because I like to put a lot of their stuff on when I'm sleeping. That's typically what I do. I just put on a playlist I've listened to thousands of times before and I fall asleep to that. But no, I don't remember that. But he did show us on a little globe thing on the moon. So then we get to the bunnies after we beat Mr. Man. I don't think that would be considered an echo vision because we didn't exactly go into the past or anything like that. But we did see Hythlodaeus after we beat Fandaniel Zodiarch. Is there a way we can like hyphen that? Fandanoniarch? Something. Because we only knew him as like a faceless mask and a cloak sort of thing. Like we saw in Shadowbringers. Because they didn't have any defining features. And then afterwards we saw him with his hair. I remember that one. I was like, ooh, lilac. No, we actually heard his voice, but that didn't really anything there. And then after that, we all met up. We had to return to Thavnair. I don't remember seeing any kind of echo vision there. We had a situation with the people in the town, and then we had a situation with the baby. And then we all get back, and we all talk about it. And then we were like, we need to speak with an Asian, but there's none around who would actually communicate with us, like, properly. And then they were like, well, no, we have Elidibus that's still on the first. He should still be in the tower itself dissipating. We're like, all right, we'll go there. We spoke to him. We didn't see anything there. But he was able to access the remainder of whatever was in the tower itself to make a portal to the past. Where we then met them. Vana, at one point closer to middle-ish, showed us how to control it, or at least go into the past, and that's where we saw Hades. Hades is still no, it's not Hades, it's Hermes. Hermes and Medion actually talk about there's the end portion of a report, and actually talk about her sisters and stuff. And then we got to the end of that, where they lost their memories. And then we return. We head back to Labyrinthos. We go through everything in Labyrinthos. And then we get to the ship. On the way there, we get attacked by her. And then we go through the entirety of my favorite area. And then we beat her. And so, yeah, we only had one instance of the Echo in Endwalker that I can remember. Now come the patches. First one had to do with Alzadal's legacy. We meet with Hotaru. We head on over to Razat Han. We meet up with Estinian after he got a map. Was it him that got the map? Yeah, it was him that got the map. And then we head over to Alzadal's legacy, where we fight the one that we see as our FC leader, because his name is Cappy, and the monster's name is Cappy Coca. We just laugh in our FC. And then we return. We speak about it with Vritra, because he lets us know that since he was in the beginning when he first set up Razat Han with his dispatch of mayors, he was putting money in there whenever he could to one day use it, and that's what he ends up doing. He takes the money out to be able to use it. Because of everybody that had passed away in the final days. We find out that in there as well was an experiment that they did to try and get to the 13th. And that's where we end that one, because Ishtola went to investigate. We found information about the Atomos, and so she went to go and find a way to make one herself. 6.2, we're successful. We get to the 13th. We meet Zero. Then we meet Golbez. We meet the first of the four lords. I'll call them lords. We get to the end of that. We meet Barbaricia. We beat Barbaricia. So there was nothing there. Was she 7.2? 6.2, I mean? I want to say that she was. Yeah, because you were 3. You were 4. You were 5. Yeah, so yeah, she was 2. 3, we meet actually... we meet the fire guy and the water guy. Then we don't remember anything there, but that one's a lot more fuzzy. We had one instance. Maybe two. Right, we had the instance with Zero. No, we had the instance where we saw Zero on the 13th. No, that's one of them. That's one of them. I remember that one now. And then they bring that back at one point or another, but not as an echo vision, but as a personal vision to her. But we saw that one where we actually saw the people use the materia, the Memora Materia, I think it's called. No, the purple crystals. I'm really working my brain right now. Yeah, no, in total, I want to say in the last two expansions, a total of 10. If that. Because we had like 3-4 in Endwalker. Dawn Trail. I've only seen that one once. We had with her. With Galulaja's mom. That wasn't exactly an echo vision. That was just the game showing us when it came to Zoraja. When it came to the gate. We saw Krell's parents. Though I feel like that was a mix of both the echo and of Mr. Dude, who's from Eorzea, who now stays in Mamulja. What's his name? Ah! I only remember seeing his name a few times and only hearing it once. And then hearing Colin say, Hoot again. Colin being British is adorable. I love Alphino's voice actor. Alphino is great. But I think his pronunciation of Rodigan was not exactly correct. It may have been, and it may be that we've been saying it wrong this whole time. But according to Alphino, the way that we've been saying is Rodigan is not correct. It's a Rudigan. No, it was a very famous name. I'll remember it. I can probably go and see him right now if I were to teleport to Mamook. Yeah, we won't worry about that. But yeah, we haven't had that many instances of the Echo, actually. Very rare. 10, like I said. We know that the Echo is designed to protect the ones from Temperance, because they're blessings from Heidelin / Vana. So not how do I want to write that? Not many people have the ability of counteracting? Is that the term? Counteracting? No. How should we write this? That is the question. Because we know temperance is technically a condition. But I feel like there's a different word we can use for that. Because it's not exactly condition, but at the same time it is. Temperance. Someone like charming. Temperance is a condition. Counteract when the primals direct their influence. Yeah, because the only people that are able to fight primals in ARR is just us. because we're the only ones with the echo. Kryle wasn't around then, and I want to say that Ardenval? Scions of the Seventh Dawn. A. Noble members. A. Ehrenwald. This guy. He also has the echo. But his is not as strong, essentially. Ah! Stop it with the ads. His is like not exactly not as strong, but he himself is not as strong. He is also 19, apparently. So he's the baby. I thought he was like 20, 22, 23. Oh. Well, no wonder I felt the need to baby him. But yeah, we know that that he actually has the echo, and that's why he works with Fordola later on, both as her keeper, and two, because he's one of the only two who can go into the towers that pop up after, like once we return back to the first. Those godforsaken towers. Thankfully, they're all gone. I'm sure if I were to go back to that section, I will be seeing those towers again. Because word temperance is a weird thing, but it is what it's called. It's a weird word. Especially if you think about it in the English language, because it's like temperance. You can't use temperate. Charming, brainwashing. Yeah, that's what I was going into. Mind controlled, yeah. Caused by primals. The capital P. Primals that cause the subject to be brainwashed to fulfill the primal's wishes. More notably, subject to be brainwashed to fulfill the primal's. More notably, the acquisition. Thank you. Of more ether crystals to sustain themselves? Yeah, to sustain themselves. There we go. And fulfill. Oh, I didn't realize there were two L's. It makes sense. The word fulfill. So it's funny that we don't hear the first L. So many L's in that word. Causes the subject to be brainwashed. My French brain's like, no, that doesn't look right. My English brain's like, yeah, that makes sense. And I'm just like, no. Yeah, because it is condition. Much as I love the song, I am starting to get a little bit. Yeah, we got the burn in here. I do have the burn somewhere. What's it called again? Grand Cosmos, no. Land Long Dead. The burn! There we go. My favorite. Okay. Bring that back up. There we go. To bring the souls to the primal's will. Yeah. Yeah, will, not wishes. 'Cause it makes sense. 'Cause they have no... damn, I'm tired than I thought. Not free will, but self-thought? Yeah. No. I can't think right now. Oh my word. Caused by primals that causes something to be brainwashed with primals. Sentience, yeah, they basically have no sentience. Like, they're like, oh hail Lord Ifrit. That's all I remember right now. Then we, like, if you think about it with the sylphs, I want to say Ramu was one of the lost the self. There it is. Sentience is good, yeah. When a person is tempered, they lose all sense of self. Now, see, to someone who has not gone through any of the cutscenes or read any of the story, they wouldn't have any idea what's going on with this. This is why I want to do this. They lose all sense of self. The ether in their soul gets written. And for a long time, there was no known, not cure, there's a different term, not solution, treatment. After some studies into the soul on the first in Shadowbringers, we find a solution by rearranging. There we go, thank you. Thank you, Google. By rearranging the person's ether. Essentially. But for a long time, the only solution to two temperance was murder. I'm gonna go with murder. I'll go with death. Death, not dearth. Sad as it is, the only solution that they had was death, because other than that, it was only imprisonment, and if they were to somehow get out, they would still be underneath the will of the primal and trying to get them back. So yeah, they had no sense of self, really. All they thought about was the primal. So after we speak about that, we should go into primals first. Capital P. Primals. Now, I do believe we have an unending codex about primals. Do we? Wow, we don't. Final Days, Reflections, Crystal Tower, First Brood. Oh, we speak about a First Brood here. Ether, Eorzea, Seventh Emerald Calamity, the Asians, Crystal, the First. Yeah, no. None of that is here. These are just the persons. Oh. I guess they're still working on it? Maybe? Yeah. Let's give ourselves a little bit of space. So, primals. Primals are mainly beings of worship. Though the ritual for summoning them was skewered. How do you pronounce skewered? There it is. It's not with a Q. What am I talking about? Skewered with a Q. It's not S-Q-U-U. Skewered by the Asians. Asians, not E. A. Because we learned from the Bennies themselves that there's some new magic. This is the pure one. No one else. It is, yeah. It was based off of it, and they kind of made it their own. But because it was based off the Asians' creation magic, it got skewered so that the primals themselves became greedy and wanted to continue living that way and tempered everybody. But when it was done with the bunnies, they were pure. Although we know Garuda was still very much a possessive bitch, but she was more possessive towards wanting her people to live. In a way. And then Susano was just happy for a fight. Let us revel! Rolling R and everything. Oh, I love them. Excuse me. Rituals were created by Asians to begin with, so it is understandable that it is not proper. We learn from the Loporits that a way to summon them without the want of tempering others, but we only see the primal is also based on the summoner's will. Most end up violent because their summoners want to get back at whoever wronged them. That is true. Of tempering other, we only see that instance once. Yeah, because we only saw the Loporits do it once. Oh, that is it, not proper. When I type fast, I don't realize. Because we only see the instance once with the bunnies. I'm going to continue calling them the bunnies. The bunnies summoning them once. Okay. So, we've gotten into the primals. That is true. And Shiva's is unique in that Shiva needed a conduit, essentially. Like with Ezael in the story, and with Reen in Eden. Like because the whole of Eden was you were battling primals that were kind of skewered by your memories. And because the creators wanted to have fun. You're fighting them to get the ether back into the empty. Was it? I think it's called the empty. I want to say the empty. And to get ice, you couldn't get it to work. And so she brought up that because she was brought into being by Ezael, that she would need to follow the same ritual. And that's why we fight her. See, I get the empty confused with the burn, because they were kind of similar. And it doesn't help that I'm playing the music from the burn. Because because they look really similar, and they are pretty similar as well, because the Empty itself is a place that is devoid of ether, and the Burn itself is also a place devoid of ether, but it was done in a separate way. For the Empty, it was done because of light, and for the Burn, I forget what exactly it was, but the first thought that I had when I was in that area, I remember, was, oh my god, it's nuclear weapons. So that might have been influenced. But it's still a really pretty area. Like, I love the music. That's why this is one of my favorite songs. But I don't think it was because of nuclear weapons, but I want to say it was because of war. But I've only gone through that section once, and that was a long time ago. But the first thing that I remember when I think about that time was, oh my god, it's nuclear weapons. So I don't know. Like I said in my little thing here, I am no expert. I only know some things, but I am no expert. So let's see here. It is suffice to say that a lot of the primals themselves are aligned with an element, but at the same time, a lot of them are not. I want to say it's because of warfighting, yeah. I can look it up. I mean, we're on Chrome right now. The Burn, ff14. Lore. Basically, when icon primals too much in the area caused all the ether to be eaten up until land was devoid of it. The Burn. Story. Nope. Objectives. Progression. That's the dragon. The enemies. The Landlocked Dead is a remix of Penitus, the theme for the Praetorium, alluding to the true identity of the Shadow Hunter who was encountered in this area. Who we find out is actually Gaius. Yeah. Because you know Ifrit is fire, we know Garuda's wind, we know Titan is earth. I want to say Susano is both the joy of fighting / water. Let's see here. Clouds events. Leading conclusion of the calamity of wind. Thunderstorms, lightning. Which is Ramu. Fire Ifrit. Earth Titan. Winter Ice Shiva. Water Leviathan. / I want to say Susano. But Susano was more the joy of fighting. We know Odin was the sword, because Odin is a unique primal. Like, we don't even see Odin unless it's like a side thing. But Odin itself is a primal, but is just associated with the sword. In that Is it that it's the person who picks it up that then becomes Odin? Is that a technical lore? Yeah, I do believe that's what it is. Because someone in a fanfiction story that I'm reading alludes to it. In that it is the person who picks it up then becomes Odin. Which is alluded in the game in that the last person who beat it becomes Odin. Yeah, okay. We got that. Would the Warring Triad be considered primals? No. Don't think so. Nor would the Four Lords be considered primals. They were just, like, animal beings. But I know the Warring Triad, I don't think they were considered... I think they were creations. Yeah, they were creations. So we can get rid of them. We're not gonna think of them. Though if I were to associate Sophia with anything, I would say she would be the primal of balance. Those fucking scales. We know Thornton. I wouldn't exactly consider him to be a primal of light. I would consider him to be the primal of justice. Because he becomes a primal. It's actually spoken about in the story itself. He becomes a primal. In his own, like, in a way, he becomes a primal. Yeah, let's bring up our thing here and bring it all the way on over to the side. There, go right on over. Battles. So yeah, Ifrit, Titan, Garuda. No. Same thing. We know technically that he's a primal. A goofy one. Primal of water. Lightning, ice. Him himself. Oh, now I'm wondering what their concepts would be. Primal of war. Primal of war. I want to say technically a primal of justice. But who's justice? Who knows? Not exactly primal of war, but primal of fighting, because he loves it. Of seduction, Jesus Christ. I don't think he would technically be considered one. As it says here, has been claimed by none other than Xenos Galvis, who has used his power as a resonant to merge with the primal and bind it to his will. So he merged with it. Primal of the moon. Primal of money. Even though we know technically that is not exactly Yojimbo. Yojimbo's the primal of money. Not him. And then they are their own separate thing. Not you. Not you. Technically you, but no. Very much technically, but at the same time, no. Yes. Yes. No. Then we can get to the end of it. So, how many do we meet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Technically 11. 12, 13. Technically 14. Technically 15. Jesus Christ. Technically 15. If we want to go with proper, it's 12. Alright. Bahamut is a primal too, yeah. So 16 with Shinryu. 16. Right, I added him as a technically. And then technically we also meet Phoenix. That's right, we meet Phoenix in the Binding Coil, who is Louis Soir, transformed. So 17. Technically 17. Wow, that's a lot of problems. Jesus Christ. Final Fantasy is a long series. Okay. So 17. And the 12... Not exactly. Yes, but at the same time, no. Because the 12 have their own sort of sort of makeup in a way? No, that's not the word. Because they were very much influenced by the people who prayed to them. But they had nothing in terms of being connected to them. Like, they could interact with them every once in a while. Typically by the little minions that we were technically. But at the same time, he did technically summon them as primals, but at the same time it was found, like when we went through the Aglaya and them, like between Aglaya and Euphrosyne, is it? No, between Euphrosyne and Thaliak, we found out that it was like they had very little influence over people. So technically they are primal, and in the technical terms they are not. So we have the primals who temper others, and then we have the primals who get manipulated in a way. Like their concept gets manipulated. Because I remember there was a conversation that I want to say it was crap. I don't know all the 12's names. I only know Halone. M. She has Dalamud. I want to say she was the one who spoke with Halone and made a comment about how she looked different. And then they made a comment that because the people who prayed to Halone, mainly the people of Ishgard, were praying to her before battle, she became influenced by now see, I haven't gone through 1.0, so I haven't seen it myself, but I thought that they weren't like, I thought that the summon failed. Isn't that what happened? Like the summon actually failed. So did it actually go through? Because the only experience I have with 1.0 was a D&D campaign that I did. That's really the only experience I have with 1.0. And I can understand why Yoshi P and them don't want to bring back 1.0. Because see, I was under the impression that it had failed. But it could be that I have the wrong impression, because the way that I had seen it was that in 1.0 and everything, the Scions go to the marks that were there to pray, and while they were able to invoke some power, the ritual failed. And so when we get to the end of Endwalker and when they pray again, it actually succeeds because they're not praying to the 12, they're praying for our safety and put in like all of their faith in us. That was like that was my thought, but I could also be wrong. And you're right. I mean, the only copy of Gaius' speech is the OWO one, which I have here. There are 12 otherwise engaged. I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well at Cartano and call them down? They will answer so long as you ravish them with crystals and gouge them on ether. This is what made me think that it failed. Because he made the comment about so long as you ravish them with crystals. Your guards are no different from those beads. Icons every one, except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Again, this is the only one I have. No, is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis to grovel at their feet? Yeah, that's why I thought it had fully failed because of this. Don't mind the owofied, but this was what I was under the impression. Well, it's definitely a thought process, and I don't think this is technically going to get confirmed. Maybe I'm also missing his sarcasm? It was, like I said, it was mainly this that got me confused. Because I always thought that it had failed. Because what they were doing, the Scions were doing, was they were praying to the 12. And either they were busy, or they just couldn't, or they just didn't have the power, but they like, the ritual itself failed. And so when it came to this, for the Eorzean Alliance, when Dalimun shattered and Bahamut escaped his imprisonment, called upon the powers of the 12 to re-imprison the Primal. The spell failed. This is what they're talking about. The spell failed, and all Louis could do was teleport the adventurer away. This is also what made me think as well, because everything that I've read from other people who have made fanfics and stuff, because I am a big fanfic reader. Like, I should show you my fanfiction.net stuff. I was under the impression, and they as well, I guess, that the spell had ultimately failed. Again, this is a wiki. It's not supported by anybody, except the general populace, so maybe everybody's wrong. But I don't know. Because we know Louis himself turned into a primal himself. Because he transforms into a phoenix. Louis takes the form of the primal phoenix. It could be that you heard it, and it could be that Gaius was not aware that the spell itself had failed, that the ritual had failed. See, this is what I like doing. A good lore discussion. Because he may not have been aware that the spell had failed, and so he speaks about this specifically. Definitely an interesting thought. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it makes sense. It does make a lot of sense. Okay. So back to this. Do we have... Oh, we don't have the 12 here. Nor do we have them here. So, wow, we're not using the codex at all, really, are we? Let's bring everything back.
Throughout the years, there have been talks, but no real evidence of the 12's existence. Though we learn later on that they're very much real. Because they influence people to do certain things for the benefit of themselves. Kind of like how... Like, while I don't fully believe in this, I did study a little bit of Mormonism in the area, in the current area that I am in. And... because... it's like, I got influenced, of course. And one of the things that they spoke about was how the Holy Ghost would kind of influence you to do the right thing. And I want to say like the 12 kind of do the exact same sort of thing in a different way. Because we only see... oh my god, what's her name? The one with Dalamud! What is her name? Min. Starts with an M. ff14. Who is she? Menfina! Because we see Menfina speak with that one guy in a way, but kind of like in his head in a way that we could still technically hear it in a way. I forget what she said. But I remember she was like, she spoke to him. I got all the ads. And this is just talking about her fight. I want to talk about Menfina herself. Wasn't it like... where'd all the things? Like something red. Yeah, because we also learn from all of that she was from Amarots. Like, all of them are from Amarots. Like, back in the day. My word, that's all it is? Wow. What was the name of that group that she was a part of? Really good cosplays. Yeah, I like the song dedicated to Moonlight. I don't want to say it's Red Ravens. Yeah, I get like that with Menfina, Menphilia, and Moonbrita. And I don't realize I do it half the time. Like I am good with voices. I am somewhat good with names. I am horrendous. I am horrendous with faces. So that's why it's just like, I get them confused sometimes, though I know specifically who they are. I'm like, she's the group leader, and so I try and get like nicknames for them. I should probably just call Menfina just Fina. It depends on how much I am exposed to a voice. Like, at first... it's like, when I first heard the dude's voice from the most recent Alliance raid, I was like, wait, is that the dude? Is that the dude? And I saw him and I was like, oh yeah, that's the dude. I'm not even gonna try to remember his name. I don't even think they said his name out loud. I've just been calling him the dude.
I can somewhat see that. Because they have kind of like that high inflection. Like the high tone, like a little bit like the head. But Krell's I find like it's more centered in the throat, while Spheen's is more centered towards the nose for the voices. Or at least that's my full-on thought process. I do get pleasantly surprised when I hear someone just like do a random voice. Which makes sense, because if you think about it, like, despite Krell growing up with Galuf and the Isle of Val, I think she grew up in the Isle of Val. Either she grew up in the Isle of Val or she grew up in Charlene. One of the two. I want to say Isle of Val. But while she grew up here, and so should have gotten more of a speech pattern here, she was also born on, like, on Alexandria, which I want to honestly say Alexandria is a portion of the 12th shard. I've spoken about this before. But it is said that the 12th shard, like the 12th, when it went to the calamity of thunderstorm for lightning, it was it was believed that the 12th shard had merged. So it's my personal belief that Alexandria is a portion of the 12th shard that was able to escape, in a way. But yes, Krell was born from that shard, and Sphene, while technically born, was created. Yeah! I was... So I was, in my FC, I have a few people who are from Oklahoma. And I went through the story a lot faster than they did. And when I was there, I was like, oh, cowboys! And I just knew that they would get a kick out of the voices. Including someone in my FC who is from New Jersey, but loves anything to do with the Wild West. And I knew that he would just absolutely fall in love with the area. And guess what he did? Oh. I was like, oh yeah, he is going to love this. You know, to the point where I made my, like, I was going through everything as Scholar, but I was getting too much experience on my Scholar, so I had to jump onto my Gunbreaker. And so I made my Gunbreaker glam as, like, a Wild West sort of thing. I was like, oh yeah, we'll just use this for a while. I remember cackling at some of their reactions. I forget what happened or what it was exactly, but I remember cackling. I was like, I knew you would love it here. But I am glad that they are, like, fully expanding on that. And I'm hoping that they continue on with kind of, like, expanding on the talents themselves. And it's my personal hope that nothing bad happens to any of them because of the roles that they take. Like, I don't know if this was spoken about a lot, but it was, like, if not even spoken about a lot, but, like, a lot of people know about this. And I didn't really know about it because, one, I'm not on Twitter or anything like that. I only learned about this through a short interview that some people in my FC did with the voice actors. And also of a few, like, tidbits here and there that I was hearing. But the voice actress for Wooclamat was getting a lot of harassment for her portrayal as Wooclamat. And that, honestly, like, when I heard about that, just saddened me. And I was like, oh my god, we are better than this. Though I will say that the voice actor for Galul Jaja, the voice actors for Galul Jaja, They were tickled pink, apparently. Yeah, which I love that he stepped up and was able to protect the talents. Though I hope that everything is okay with, like, that everything was okay with him as well. And I'm very thankful for that. But it just made me sad. It did, yeah. But still, I would love for them to continue to expand in the range. Especially if in the next area we were to have like a place that is like influenced by like other different areas, that we actually get to experience some of their accents and stuff. He may have also been busy and she may not have mentioned it to him, and someone may not have mentioned it to him. So there's a lot of things in the background that he may not have known about. We have to think about that too. Yeah, I do like the diversity that they're showing. It's refreshing. I like being able to hear in my favorite game refreshing change, and it was nice. Yeah, when I'm definitely going to be talking about LOOOOOORE, I'm definitely going to be mentioning a few things in the background about that, because it definitely does need to be spoken about more. Because it's not just in things like 14 that harassment like that happens to talent. It's in a lot of other media as well that we might not really know about. Because it's just not as popular as Final Fantasy 14. With Final Fantasy 14, it's like we have legit, like, full-on conventions about it that, like, people get to meet up and stuff. So it's like it's huge. It's like, when was the last time you heard of like a World of Warcraft convention? It's like, it's like you kind of think about it like that. There, if they do conventions, then I have heard nothing about it. But yeah, that's definitely something there. But BlizzCon's not as big anymore, is it? Is it still pretty big? Like, I know of BlizzCon, but I thought that was not just World of Warcraft. That was everything to do with Blizzard themselves, as scummy as a company as they are. But like, I thought it had everything to do with Blizzard. Like, crap. What's the name? Had the demon lady that the Game Grumps reacted to. It's not Doom. It starts with a D. It's like 5 letters. Came out with a 4. Crap, I can't remember. It's like a demon lady with like a big thing. But I do like, though, that for our community at least, is that we at least have a dev who is willing to step up and protect. Because you don't exactly see that very often. Yeah, let's... Getting away from all of this! we need to get back to what we were doing. The 12. Technically are not in the same vein as the others. they get influenced by the general populace and therefore not seen often. Should I make eventual a concept for that bird, now that I think about it? The bird that is in our house, in our apartment slash in room slash whatever we want to call it on the first, that we have then seen everywhere. Bluebill, I think it's called. He's there. He's just watching you. Don't worry about him. There we go. He's just a little guy. 12 figures. Not exactly rule. They don't rule over something. No, I'm not going to go over every single one. I'm going to basically copy paste that. They each have certain aspects, not our certain aspects. What am I talking about? It's late. It's 5:46. It's late. My brain's not all here anymore. I'm just way too... Wee-hee. In the events of the 7th umbral calamity, worked in trying to prevent the descent of Dalamud and therefore free Bahamut. Because I could have sworn, at least that's what had happened. Doing little guy things, yeah. That Bahamut was in Dalamud itself, because that's what I could have sworn that's what they mentioned in this. And that's what we had in our D&D thing. Shattered and Bahamut escaped his imprisonment. Yeah, so he was imprisoned in Dalamud, and the whole portion of 1.0, at least according to Cappy, was that the Garlean Empire was working to bring down Dalamud to be able to bring out Bahamut. Or at least certain people in the Garlean Empire. Like Nail Davos Darnus. Though why, I don't know. I never really asked. Yeah. And I don't think he ever really told us. Because he did a bunch of studies. Like, he studied a bunch of 1.0 to be able to make that campaign for us, which was a lot of fun. And I would love to either A, continue on, or B, do it again. Even with other people. That was fun. It was fun being a green DPS. Ultimately, he failed. And with the help of the Scions, invoke, yeah, that's it, invoke with an I, invoke the 12 in trying to contain him. When the ritual failed, was a 12 to imprison. Spell failed. So Leastfall awaited his fate. He received a vision from the 12, along with their blessing. So yeah, he receives their blessing, but they're not exactly there. Sought to save the player by teleporting them away. In the end, while the 12 did not appear, they did send him a vision and sent Ether his way. This with the prayers of the Eorzean people turned him into a primal known as... It's not Phoenix, it's Phoenix, isn't it? No, it's Phoenix. No, it's the thing in Pandemonium that's Phoenix. Okay. You can see why I might get confused. P-H-E-O-N-I-X. P-H... Oh, whoops. Yeah, O-E-N-I-X. Whoops. Again, it's almost 6 a.m. Any of the orange... Not orange, amber. It's amber crystals. You see in... how do you pronounce Mordona? More D-H-O-N-A. And. Sandaland, not Thavnair. Why do I get them confused? From the crystallization. They speak about the Terra Flare getting crystallized. Crystallization of Bahamut's Terra Flare. Flare. Yeah, how do you pronounce terminal crystallization? 2 L's. Okay. Where'd my thing go? Oh no, there it is. Okay. In the end, Louis saw his life to defeat Bahamut. Bahamut, meanwhile, was not done, and in the binding coils that I recommend everyone does for lore about the twins. We learn he was tempered by Bahamut
is planning on reviving himself. They're not. Louisoix was tempered by Bahamut and was planning on reviving himself. There we go. That makes better sense. Alphino! When we first meet Alphino, he's essentially a spoiled brat. Anybody agree? He wants to help the people, but he is definitely a spoiled brat. At least that was my first thought. Spoiled know-it-all, yeah. Spoiled know-it-all. Hold on, all the way at the end, I'm gonna write. Oh. We still love him, though. There we go. Because he will always be my son. Because I am still upset about Fortuno. It's been years and I am still upset about Fortuno. I don't even have kids in them. I'm like, I want to adopt these two. I don't care that you're of age. You can have my name. You can have my influence. I don't care. I still want to deck him. When we first meet Alphino, he is a spoiled know-it-all. Wanting to protect the realm. Doesn't exactly realize that people are actually people and not pawns. Because it feels for a long time that he kind of like wants to... He's the bratty little brother I didn't know I wanted. He's the bratty son that I'm glad got reforms and will always bring up knowing how to collect firewood because he learned it from an edgy dragoon. I think the first thing I said when he mentions I'll go get the firewood was, he will just not let that go. I think he says that in Dawn Trail. That was the first thing I said. I think I was with Shara at that point. She was like, yeah. He did learn a skill and he wants to show it off. But he also doesn't realize that he is an amazing healer. And... like... he is plenty amazing on his own. He's a goofball, though. Not as goofball as the husband. Grahatia himself. Because, my god, Graha. Sometimes I want to shake you with how much you are being an idiot. I will say that I am glad that right now, if I want to go take photos, while it is only in the back rooms, I can go take photos with Raha. He's just there with his arms crossed, but hey, I can at least go on over and take photos. Yay! But yeah, I will say that for a large portion of ARR, it didn't feel like he was seeing people as people, or at least people that he was working with. It didn't feel like he was seeing them as people, but it felt like he was seeing us as pawns in a way, like where like he was trying to be commander,
but he didn't exactly understand what being a commander was. Yeah. And it's like we see that like very well when it came to the shit. What's the name? The people who were in blue, who were taking money from the monitorists, and was therefore kind of like their bitches. Crystal Braves. There it is. Whereas, like, he was trying to be commander of the Crystal Braves, but wasn't exactly being a proper one. The Crystal Braves were a great idea in its own right, but it was definitely not good. Yeah, I do believe that they originally came to Eorzea to find out why their grandfather decided to become as close as he was and wanting to like wanted to find out why his grandfather decided to sacrifice his life for the people, essentially. And then he eventually learns to fall in love with the people, but that takes a very long time. Yeah, they came to find out. Alize, we only really see more towards the end of it. Like, mainly just in the Binding Coils and in the Heaven's Word itself there. But while her journey to discovery may have been in the background, we at least see Alphino's journey of discovery. Actually, no. To Eorzea. That's what I had wrong. It's not an I, it's an E. About why his grandfather fought her, yeah. The great Louis Wall. Would choose to sacrifice his life. That is true. I mean, it's spoken about from Fortuno that they, like, everybody was very upset. Oh, did you get your Black Mage to level 100? Woohoo! Congrats! How many do you have left to do? One step at a time. Hey, you're getting there. Like, it's like it took me a while to get a lot of these that I have to 100. And I've been playing this game for 4 years. It's like, I worked hard on this. And it's like, you can do it. You can do it. It'll be
Like, technically it's 3.5, but it'll be 4 years in March. Is it March? Does it say the name that the time that I first got started? Playtime. No, just a total playtime. I've been playing for 136 days. Total. What do you mean by hyper focus on classes? Like just focus on like one thing to work on, or?
Ah. See, what I do that has helped me is mainly because I play a lot of the classes that I do to help my friends go through the story. Because what I like to do is I like to, or at least for a long time, is I like to just focus just on the story, and then I would do like all the side contents like after a big thing, just so that I could at least have a class that I could play with my buddies with. For a long time it was with my best friend who introduced me to the game, because she took forever in getting like through the story, because she was always playing with someone else. That I at least leveled one of each type to 90. I did that too, yes. Thankfully. But now that like everybody that I know is at least pretty high up there, now I'm actually like working on trying to get everything to 50 and then 60 and then 70 to then 80. So it is slow going right now, because most of the time when we jump on 14, like me and my friends, it's not exactly to do like roulettes and stuff. It's to help someone else. So the only time I ever get proper experience now is when I'm hanging out with Red, and or when we do frontline with my friends. But that's a completely separate thing, and that's what I'm using the front lines to get this to 50, this to 50, and this to 50. So far, I'm going at it. But what I was doing for a long time was I was working on one healer, one DPS, and one tank. And so the one that I'm working on right now, Dark Knight, is finally at 92, which I only ever use when I'm with Red. Paladin is at 51 because I just got it to the 50s. I was working on White Mage before. Now White Mage is at 100, so now I'm working on Astro. And Samurai, I only use for high-level stuff. I'm mainly focusing on Dragoon. So, I have a weird thing. Yeah, so, like, it's completely understandable why it would, like, it takes a while. Exactly. Like, especially if you're, like, focused on doing other things, like, you're not exactly going to be working on getting those things leveled. Yeah. Yeah, now she no longer plays, like, I think she just got to the end of Endwalker, and she didn't continue after that. Mainly because the friend that she was playing with, he was introduced to the game by her, and he wasn't having the greatest time, but he's also not the biggest fan of JRPGs, so it makes a lot of sense, and he was mainly playing for her. And so when she thought it was like the end, he also thought it was the end, and so they haven't exactly like come back. So they haven't been in the game in a long time, actually. They have. I'm on Ultras, aren't I? I'm on Ultra, so I can't even see my thing. Yeah, it doesn't say here how long. If I were to head home, I could take a look to see how long it's been since she's been on. So yeah, let's go do that. Let's head home. I'm on Ultras. Let's head home. Teleport to Ul'dah. You get to here. And take this off for now. She hasn't played in a long time. Alright, now that we're here, another world server, head back home. Da, da, da. Alright, now we'll head to my apartment. Because I also have an orchestration thing there. And a way you'll get to see it. Ta-da! I'm no professional or anything like that. I just tried making a studio. I didn't know what else to do. Da, da. Do, do, do. There we go. Da, 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 da. Go to my apartment. Ta-da. Okay. That over here. See, this is the stuff that I had in my old FC room. Because I was part of a different FC before joining the one that I am in now. Because everybody in my FC is stragglers from the old one, where the old one got merged with a different FC. And it was a little bit too awkward to stay in the original one due to certain circumstances. And so we all banded together and made Gamadu Banzai. But yeah, I am speaking directly about Raizo. 521 days. And Mai has not been been on for 501 days. So yeah, they don't exactly play anymore. Miss them dearly, but if they don't want to play, they don't want to play. Yeah, I have all of this. I just want to repeat Neath Dark Waters. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. I made this into like a little studio. This needs to be redone, but there's the kitchen. There's a tiny, tiny living room. Right here, the dining room. My big book of spells. Big scrolls. More scrolls. Here's a tiny bathroom. There's Alpha with a few other things. And this is where I sleep. That's it. It's a cute little place. But I loved this that I saw someone do at one point. Where you take like this now let me open up my housing. And or furnishing. This thing here. It's like someone takes this and you put a table over it. And so it looks like a proper tatami. It's actually pretty cool. Forgot I could do that. Yeah. I made this a while ago. In my original FC, and then I refined it Like, I wish it was bigger so that I could actually like do certain selections, but I think I might need a proper house for that, and I'm never getting a house. Yeah, it makes it like a proper table. So it's like, granted, I just step on it, but you can actually sit. Commands, emotes, special sit. So it's like your feet go into it, but like you're being cushioned. Eat. Ta-da. Twink. Ta-da. Yeah, I forget where I saw that. I saw it somewhere. Yeah, this is where I put any food that I receive. That is like, oh, and here's one portion, and here's another portion. You can have multiple portions of this. And I'm like, this goes on my table. This goes on my table. This is everybody's meals. I love that. That's always fun. I'm probably going to be doing some stuff over there. Can I put stuff on that? Oh, now I'm curious. Housing. Interior. Can you go? You can! Oh. Well, you're going back on this, but still. Yeah, now you're off from your center. Because I moved you beforehand. There we go. Ah! There we go. Ta-da! I love it. Anywho. Let's go back to this and turn this back on. Twink. Da 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 da. Let's open up the collections again. Oh, what else do I have? Mapendium, okay. Ether compass. Field record. This is the first I've seen of this. Oh, this has everything to do with Boja. Oh. Oh, this is cool. And this is for later stuff I don't have access to. And this is where all that stuff comes from. Oh, that makes sense. I was wondering where all that information was coming from. Or where it was going. Huh. Well, if I'm ever speaking of Aboja, I know where to go. Yeah, for Alphino, his main sort of character development mainly comes when it comes to the Crystal Braves. Yeah, I'd love to see it. I don't know how I should do for the photo. I can probably just do G-pose, I guess. Yeah, no. G-pose. Let me turn this back off. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's the wrong button. There's the button. Ta-da! I'm just gonna be looking at the camera every single time. Alright, so I have my own thing that is just for photos.
do it like that. And we'll figure it out from there. Can I? Oops. Yeah. Yes. And so it doesn't help that I have this little section here. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Exchange to obtain and rise from the ashes in the rain. Tonight, oh, darkness fades. Yeah. Ta-da! Yeah, I'm a collectathon. Collective person. Kleptomaniac. There it is. No. Kleptomaniac is stealing. Hoarder? Yeah, I'm a hoarder. Anything I receive, I will put up. Because I don't know where to put it. I think I got started on stuff in my FC house. My FC apartment. But I don't know what to do with it. Because I already have my apartment. Oh, and now I'm wanting to play House Flipper again. No! I want to build a house now. Oh no. There you go. Takes a while for me to load anything. I'm used to it now. I'll show the outside in a bit, and I'll show the inside in a bit. 'Cause I love, like, coming in here. Because I think it was... I think it was Mythir who did everything. Oh, I don't know why we have that song going. Yeah, I don't exactly know what to do. Although I still will forever love this. But, yeah. Like, I already have one apartment. This is just the home away from home where I put any of my extras. See, I don't know how I would be able to pull off some of the things that she did. And there's also a little game that we play in here as well. This is the inside. So they made this in like sort of like a little cafe thing. Is he back there? Okay, hold on. Let me put all of this on the side. I can fix these later. I don't care. No. Fix that later. Is he back here? No. Okay. So he was not placed here. Not back here either. Okay. I love what she did with the walls to make them smooth, because like the thing that always bothers me is these. This is a small bathroom that she did, where you can see one of the many things right down there. There's a few hidden in our house that I absolutely adore. The little guys. This is just a little section that we have. So it's easy to get to. Then they made this into a bar. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna bring that up. Here's like she put a few decorations up there. This is where Bright likes to keep his fish. He's the fisherman in our group. I love what she did with the photo of Kugane in the background with the cascading waterfall. This here is a few of the people there. Whoa! I never took a look up there. Anyways, is he back here? Nope, he got moved. It's always a fun little game to try and find him. Could he be back here? Hold on. There he is. Nope. Nobody back there. Again, it's a little game that we have. And this, I love what she did with this place here. Of course, everybody loves Alize and Ishtola. Love all the photos. We mainly have the Namazu, but I loved like the amount of difference that we have around. Oh, do we have one back here? No. Doesn't look like we have a baby guy back here. I know where there's one, or at least there was one. I know where there was one. Don't think it was back there. And this is still in the works, but they've been working a lot lately. But I do love that, like the idea that they have. Let's go against the corner here. So last I saw, he's right here with his sack of gold. I think it was just them two right now. I think this was a bedroom. Oh, this is where the music's coming from. Yeah. I think those are the only ones. Why is it this music is strongest here, but I don't see the orchestration? Because we head upstairs, but yeah. Huh, maybe it's just all over the place. Yeah, no, we just have like 2 or 3 that are like hidden around. I want to say there's a third one, but I forget where the third one is. I think there's like one in every area. But I don't know where he is upstairs. It could be like back here. Doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't look like it. Yep, there we go. Now I'm through. Yeah, no. Last I heard we had 3, but I haven't checked in a while. So, don't know where the third one is. But yeah. I love Lancers. And it truly makes you wonder. It's like, did they have the idea about the entirety of ARR 2 and Walker when they made that song? It's like, it truly makes you wonder. I don't know why we have this. We've had this since the beginning. It is adorable. He is always looming. Always staring at our neighbors. Little hot springs. This is our little thing for our little jumping puzzle that we have. Let me just fix my camera. Is Silvio out? Do I have him summoned? Over here. Silvio. You are waiting, so I can put you... I can put you in here. Yes. And now he is tending to a stall. I love that little garden that I don't know how to plant seeds where it makes the crystals, so I just haven't touched it. Yeah, this here. Yeah, that'll do. Usually I don't do this with Silvio, but he's stabled. Oh, no, no, no. I think these are the stones for, like, the heaven on high. But yeah, I struggle a lot with doing jumping puzzles. I'm also used to doing it on a different mount. Typically they do this without a mount, but I struggle a lot, so I do it with mounts. Ta-da! Ta-da! Now we up here! Jump, jump. I can't get on it. Whoop! Too far! Too far! Oh no! Come on. I want to go on it. No. Oh, oh, oh! Ta-da! Ah, no, that was just some fun. Anywho. Let's go with this here. So I've spoken with... Well, not spoken. I've written some of them. We have stuff about Louis Soir. We have stuff from the Pinimals and the Temperance. We even just mentioned the Bluebill. We have stuff about 12. I might just continue this pretty early on tomorrow, but it depends entirely on what we plan on doing today. Because we're currently going through an anime. Because we have the person who is able to stream it. We have me who absolutely loves the series, and we have the one person who hasn't watched it yet. We're currently going through Gundam Seed. Going through Gundam Seed, and we're going to be going through Gundam Seed Destiny after that. However, starting next weekend, the two people that I watch Gundam Seed with, they're going to be meeting up because they're going to be hanging out for a bit before they head on over to one of their friends' wedding. So they'll be gone for about a few weeks, so they're going to be busy playing their games. So I won't have the chance to watch Gundam Seed with them. And so high chances what I'm going to be doing is, instead of watching Gundam Seed with them during that time, I'm probably just going to be working on this. So I might just not be streaming for a next few days, because she's supposed to be leaving to their place at on Sunday, I think, that she's leaving. Either Sunday or Saturday.
And I know she's still got work until then. I'm hoping everything goes well. Because she sounded very, very tired already. She sounded like me on Friday. Though I will say that the boys I had this last weekend was not bad. It was the parents and it was the third party. Oh, good. I will say to those who are listening, if you plan on making a group at a hotel, please book with the hotel. Because any changes done when done through a third party is nightmarish to do. Ugh. Like, I have no idea how that's been handled. I can only imagine. I'm gonna find out on Wednesday. Hooray! Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, we've written a whole bunch today, and I am proud of everything that we have done today. We've written down a whole bunch about this, the 12, the primals, the temperance itself, of course our bluebill, a bunch about Louis Swan. We've spoken a little bit about Alphino. I am getting really tired though, and I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. So what I am going to do is I'm going to see about finding someone who is currently streaming, and we'll go to them. Because I think I'm going to head to bed. It is 6:30, and I am eepy. Eepy sleepy. So how about we go to Dizaz? So how do I raid? I haven't figured that out. Here, let me figure this out. You're live, manage stream. Am I muted? I am muted. Quick actions. Edit stream info, clip that. Raid channel. Quick filters. People I am following. Dizaz. Alright. So yeah, we will be streaming out to Dizaz. I don't know what they are doing, but hopefully they are having a fun time. So thank you everybody for sticking around. Thank you for all the discussions. And yeah, hopefully you join me in the next one so that we can continue our discussions. And hell, maybe even next time we'll go even in a party chat. We can all talk together like that. Maybe. I'm down. Yeah, let's go and see them. Seems like they are fighting Shinryu. So let's go and do that. Have yourself a good day. Oh, it has a countdown. That's how it works. Understood. Bye, guys.